Welcome to Get a Clue Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game, or occasionally a list of games. Today we are going to look at what games I have acquired in the month of August 2022. Let me see, hold on, I forgot to count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, a baker's dozen. Okay, actually there are a couple honorable mentions that I will start off with. I have a couple games that I bought that I found on clearance and that I already own. So I bought them as stocking stuffers or possible gifts later in the year. So I'm not counting those. And I also just today received the game that I ordered to use at the Dice Tower retreat in less than 24 days for the swap tables. And so I'm not counting that because technically it's not mine. It's going to go to somebody else's home, and hopefully I will find one that I like. Though if no one gets this one, I want it because I don't have it and it's on my wish list, but I put off getting it because I trying to save money and I've got 13 new games here. Okay, so we're going to go by at first I was going to do it by size, but now I'm going to do it by store because I got different ones in different places. So we're going to start with my smallest pile, which are a couple small games that I got at Barnes & Noble. And the first one is the smallest game, which is Dig. There you go, Dig. It's one of those Paco games that are about the size of an old-fashioned pack of gum. I remember gum coming in packs like this with 5 in them. It is my third Paco game that I own, and this one's called Dig. And they're nice just to be able to slip in your purse or bag or glove compartment, so you always have a game available. And so this one is Dig. I did not get this at a special price, but they tend to run, the retail is $4.95, I believe. It's under $5, so wherever you see it, the most it'll cost is $5. Also, while at Barnes & Noble, I did pick up something that was on clearance for $7, and it's a Deckscape, Crew versus Crew. Most of the Deckscapes that are out there are can be played solo or cooperatively. This one is a 1 versus 1, either one person versus one person or one team versus one team. It says to play 2 to 6 players. This is not one you can play solo. It has to be at least 2 people. And it's the Pirates Island, a pocket escape room game. I had another Deckscape, which is kind of like escape room puzzly, and it's just a deck of cards, and you go through it and solve the puzzles to try and escape. Well, in this case, the 2 teams, whether it's one person per team or more, are trying to get to Blackbeard's treasure. And Blackbeard's treasure is every greedy pirate's dream, but only the smartest crew can take it. Follow the map to distant islands filled with gunpowder puzzles and adventure. Each duel can bring more shiny doubloons to your stash. Which crew will win? Let the challenge begin. Get ready to board. So that is Deckscape, the Pirates Island. Okay, so those are the 2 that I bought at Barnes & Noble. Now, I'm going to go with, the next one is going to be ones I bought at Ollie's, which is a discount store. If you've ever, I don't know, if you're in the United States, many parts of the United States will have an Ollie's there. But it's similar to a Big Lots, if you don't know what Ollie's is. It's similar to what Big Lots used to be 20 years ago. So you can get some unusual things and some pretty good prices. And now if you notice, I collect Clue games because of me falling in love with Clue when I was 9 years old, and that's why I incorporated it into the name of this channel, because it's just a little homage to the game that got me started realizing that I love to play games. And so whenever I find an unusual clue, I've got to get it, especially when you can get it at Ollie's for $4. $4. So yeah, I got Clue. This is Clue Garden Party Mystery. So I haven't even opened it yet because I just got home from traveling, being with my parents for a couple weeks, and I bought I bought these at stores up there in August. Another game I bought at Ollie's is Jewel Heist, the Deluxe Edition, and it cost me $8. And it's a social deduction game that is to be played with 5 to 8 players. Excuse me, oh my goodness. Basically, some of you are robbers, some are detectives. Everyone plays their secret roles, discussing, accusing, and deceiving to score the most jewels. So it's a social deduction game, but it's much lighter than, let's say, I think my favorite social deduction game is one that's finally out and available, which is Blood on the Clock Tower. I played a couple times last year, a prototype, and I'm scheduled to play it in about 25, 26 days. I signed up for another level up version of it. Now, of course, Blood on the Clock Tower, the cheapest I've seen it was $128. Yeah, I won't be owning it anytime. But always have a few social deduction games on hand. I have Ultimate Werewolf, and I have a Disney Villains one, and I have a couple others. And so I said for $8 I could get Jewel Heist and have another social deduction game and see what kind of fun we can get ourselves into with it. Let me put that down here. Okay, and the last one I bought at Ollie's is not sure how to pronounce it, but I'll pronounce it as if it were in Spanish. Arrayal. It actually takes it. The setting is in Portugal, so it would actually probably be something in Portuguese. It's by Pandasaurus Games, so it's a well-known game company, and Miibo. Miibo, I don't know. Pandasaurus, yeah, I know them. But basically, it's the concept is there's a traditional summer event in Portugal. It's a summer festival, and each neighborhood, you have food and entertainment and things like that. And so, according to this, it's Arrayal is a fast-paced tile-laying game in which the players take turns placing festival tiles in their neighborhoods, trying to make the shapes fit perfectly with the tiles they've already placed. The goal is to throw the best, most diverse party in order to attract the most visitors. The unique rotating central board means that your position at the table has an impact on gameplay. And it looks like you have little polyomino shaped or Tetris shaped pieces, and you're going to be creating your best street party. So I'm here like, okay, I like polyomino games. I'm thrilled that it takes place in Portugal, because you don't get a lot of games that take place in Portugal. And you know what? I believe, let's see, this is my most expensive one there. I paid $13 for it. That was about 50% off, at least. So, yeah. So I have Arrayal. Yeah, if I see it in regular print, it's easier to pronounce. Arrayal. Okay, so those are my Ollie's purchases. Now we go to Target. I'm kind of building up into, classier. Honey, I'm sorry, my dog is whining. You be quiet, okay? Good girl, you sit there. Good girl, stay. So, at Target, and I've done a video on this just a few days ago. Monstrosity. This is the Target version of Monstrosity. It just came out this year. So it's a 2022 version. The original came out in 2020, and it has a white cover, and if you're interested in knowing the differences and everything, watch my Monstrosity video, and it will tell you the difference. But it's basically a memory / drawing kind of combination game, and again, it's got its whole own video under 10 minutes, and so I invite you to go and check that one out, Monstrosity. And yeah, it's a fun game. It's a party game. You can actually have as many people as you want. It comes with supplies for 6, but whiteboards or just paper and pencil, and you can add even more people. So that is Monstrosity at Target. Then I got, and again, that was a Target exclusive. Another game I got at Target was Then. This is also a 2022 game, and I kind of damaged the box, and I've also done a video on Then, which is there are words that each team, different words that each team is trying to guess, while one person in their team is using cards to give them hints about it. You lay out these circular things, and if it has to do with one word, it goes here. If it has to do with all 3 words, it goes here. Or if it has to do with just 2 of the words, it can go in the in-between, using this Venn diagram. But it's a party game. It's a light game. It's just guessing what words are kind of being shown here out of a list of 12 words that you can see. You can see the words, and you can try and figure out which word are they trying to get you to guess. And that is Then. And I got that at Target. And the last one I got at Target, I finally broke down. I finally went and got it. I was mad with Target. I waited over a month, almost 2 months, and finally broke down. This is another game. This is a game by Phil Walker Harding. I seem to really enjoy most, if not all, of Phil Walker Harding's games. That's the designer. And his games are, for the most part, lighter, middle, light, medium light, maybe some mediums in complexity. And but they're all very individual, very different. And this is the first, and actually I have at least 3 of his games in this month's purchases. And this is Planted. This is right now a Target exclusive as well, which is why I bought it at Target, because that's the only place to get it. I put it off for a couple months, but I finally broke down and got Planted, which is a game about set collecting and getting together the resources. You're planting things. You're starting with seeds. You're watering. You're building up to get the points of a completed plant. Make your house beautiful by nurturing your very own collection of houseplants. In this easy-to-learn board game, you'll collect your favorite plants and then try to feed them every round. Give your plants the right combination of light, water, and plant food to score the most points and win. So I will, I'm sure, be doing a video on this one sooner or later, but I finally broke down and bought Planted, and that's the last one I bought at Target. Then I went, while I was visiting my parents, there is a game store, a friendly local game store in the mall near where they live. And I always I go to visit my parents twice a year, and so I always go to that store and buy at least 1, 2, or 3 games depending on the price, because I want to support the local game stores. And yes, I'm buying things at other places, but I still want to support them as well. So I bought 3 games there this time, and the first one has been on my wish list for a while, and so I finally broke down and got the Tea Dragon Society, and that's a simple card game type. Use growth, item, and protection cards to create memories with your Tea Dragon in this light deck building card game. So it's a light, and it's by Renegade Games. Renegade Games. Okay, and then the next one I bought was a Phil Walker Harding roll and write game called Explorers. See, Phil Walker Harding, there he is, by Ravensburger. And I have played, you can play it solo, so I have played it solo, and it has a chain, it uses the whiteboard properties with, you know, markers and all, but the board has all these different sections in it that can change from game to game. So it will change up the game. You don't have a static map. It changes game to game. So so that, and like I say, I have played it several times, and basically you're Xing out and you're trying to accumulate jewels, harvest plants. Excuse me, my dog apparently is saying, Aggie, quiet. Nope. I love how dogs see something out one window and go running to another window thinking that they're going to see it over there. Yeah. Anyway, okay. And you're also trying to get to the temples, but you need to get keys to unlock the temples. And it's just basically Xing out things and making paths so that you can X out these things to create opportunities for points. And so it's really a very casual level game, but unique in itself. It takes something that's well known, roll and writes, which are very popular and very available nowadays. In the last 4 years, it's just blown up the quantity of roll and writes. But this is one that's a little different, yet Phil Walker Harding. And then the last game I bought at the game store was another Phil Walker Harding game, which was Sushi Roll. Now if you've ever heard of Sushi Go or Sushi Go Party, those are his games as well. Sushi Roll is another one, and this one uses dice, and you each have your own little area, and you're trying to draft dice and get the right ones. Like it says here, rice and dice. Roll with your favorite Sushi Go characters in this dice version of the best-selling card game. Load up the conveyor belts with savory sushi dice, then pick one and pass the rest. Earn points for winning combos like 2 tempura or a set of sashimi. Grab a menu to re-roll your dice or use chopsticks to swap with an opponent. And of course, save room for pudding at the end. Pick up the most points and you're on a sushi roll. Yes, all those things that he mentioned, the sashimi and the pudding and the tempura and all, those are all what you find in the card game, because I have Sushi Go. But I figured I'd try something a little bit different. This has been on my wish list for several months, and it's a light game that I think I can get some friends and family to play. So I got Sushi Go. Oh, Sushi Roll. Okay. Then on Amazon. I ordered Sounds Fishy. I was watching the video of No Rules Bar group playing Sounds Fishy, and it is just a fun, light party game that plays 4 to 10 players, and you each have your each round, one person's it, and everyone else mix together the fish, and everyone picks one, and one will be blue, and that's the person who's going to tell the truth. And everybody else is red, and they're the ones who have to make up something. And so, for instance, the person who's it reads what's on one side of the card, but on the other side of the card is that and the correct answer. And what everyone has to do is who's not going to be giving the correct answer is to make up an answer. They're all unusual questions, so it's like, make up an answer. It doesn't have to make a lot of sense, because none of them, even the correct one, won't make sense. For instance, in this one, it's in South Dakota, where is it illegal to fall asleep? One person said in the bath, another said a cheese factory, and the third one said on a horse. The answer? A cheese factory. Who knew? But Sounds Fishy is a very simple, family friendly, friendly. It's a party game, and it's a very simple one. If you've ever played Balderdash, it's kind of like that, except that none of it makes any sense, and somebody does have the right answer. So that is Sounds Fishy. And to tell you the truth, I was waiting to make this video until I got this, because it was being delivered today with the other game that I got for the Dice Tower Retreat swap table. And then, of course, I just did a video on this, and you'll be seeing this 3 days ago, that Trekking Through History, which actually arrived yesterday. This was a Kickstarter that I did late last year, probably late or mid or late fall of 2021. I did the Kickstarter for Trekking Through History. It arrived yesterday, and I am all excited about this one. It is by the same people, Underdog Games, but they're the same people who have done Trekking the National Parks and Trekking the World. And so this is the most recent one that's just come out. It will come out in retail probably in 1 to 2 months. So sometime in late September or October is probably when you'll start seeing this being available in the retail market. But this is a heads up. Love this. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, and I love history, so yeah, they got me. And if you want a full video, I mean, I did an unboxing and everything. I was so excited about getting it yesterday that I just filmed it all, and it's like a half hour, and this is like almost, it's 23 minutes already. And those are the Baker's Dozen, the 13 games that I accumulated that are new to me in the month of August, not counting ones I bought to gift or duplicates to gift. So here you have it. There's my August accumulation. Happy gaming. God bless you and your family, and subscribe, like, click the little bell, whatever. Comment if you've ever played any of these games, because they are all new to me. I have only played Explorers solo on my own, and of course Clue, but not this Clue. And I have played a Deckscape, but not a dual Deckscape. And I have, most of these I have not played yet. So if you've played it and you've got any insight for me, please comment it below. And until next time, God bless you. Happy gaming. Bye.